My name is Jane McCaig, and I was at Calgary Academy in its first year. How would I describe Calgary Academy? It's an amazing school. It has grown so much from when I was there in the beginning, and I'm so happy that it's still a part of the community. I think for me, I wouldn't have got through high school if there wasn't a Calgary Academy. And so I was so happy that I could go there.
My daughter Jane, well, one of my favorite things to talk about, number one, that was quite a journey that we had. When Jane went to school, I knew that she was passed on every year in public school, just like all her friends were, but I still knew that she couldn't read, and I just couldn't quite figure that out, why this was happening to her.
I remember the moment that, because of my dyslexia, the moment I discovered that a B and a D were different. And it was the most amazing moment of my life. And I remember running home from the bus. I ran home and I came flying into the kitchen and I told my mom, I know what a B and D was. I know what a B and D was.
The kids would just be coming home. I'd see them come out from school and they'd be smiling. And that was lovely for me, to have Jane go to school and really like it. Calgary Academy gave us that.
I am Roxanne McCaig, and Jane McCaig is my younger sister. I remember very fondly Jane's graduation day when we all went and celebrated. And it was a small group of students, and it was a small graduation. But what a wonderful day. I was just so proud of Jane. I was so happy of Jane's success at Calgary Academy. And I was very happy to know that there was a place like Calgary Academy. When my son, Roger McCaig, was in grade 2 in the neighborhood school, what I knew to be true about Roger, he's a great kid, and I just felt that he was very underserved. And I knew he was, as we do with many of our children, that are very bright or very willing to learn, and just to watch them struggle so much.
When I came to CA, I couldn't read and I couldn't write. And when I figured out what the words meant, I wanted to try and do it myself, right? I wanted to be alone, I wanted to be independent, and I wanted to do this with my own power, with my own ability. And that kind of bloomed as I went through CA, till about grade 12, where I had this wonderful and really hard English teacher who said I could do better, who said I could write better, and that she knew I could write better. And that was the kick in the butt I needed to kind of take what I like to do and make it something I was good at doing.
One of my most wonderful memories of Calgary Academy was at one of the end of the year celebrations. And when Roger won the Marion Sutherland Award, I knew that we'd come full circle, that Roger had gained all his self-confidence, his awareness of himself, and the ability to know that he could do things was that day. With my daughter Anne Frances, they're 7 years apart, Roger and Anne Frances, she knew she was different. And she identified that she needed something. So in grade 6, when you start looking for a grade 7 school, we toured around, we looked at lots of different schools, but it was Anne Frances who said to me, I want to go to Calgary Academy.
I chose to go to CA because, well, my brother went there, and so I knew lots of the teachers already. It was a familiar place to go to. I think being at CA was the best possible situation for me. The teachers really tried. They really tried to get everybody engaged and be helpful, and they're always free, and they always tried to give us the best possible high school experience.
I think it's a testament to CA that my sister, who was completely different than me, succeeded under CA's care and is now pursuing a passion.
So now my son goes to CA. He had a lot of my same personality. School wasn't his number one thing.
My name is Anthony James McCaig Waller, and I am graduating in 2022. We saw an educational psychologist, and she ran some tests, and we decided that CA was going to be my best option Definitely leaving my friends and kind of going off on my own thing alone was a little bit challenging at first, but I'm happy that I made the right decision. One takeaway that I've realized pretty recently is that I'm not as nervous for university as I thought I would be. And I think CA has given me the guidance and opportunities to go off to post-secondary and be successful there. It is pretty cool, my mom being in the first year of CA, and I'm in the 40th year of CA, and plus I have the opportunity to be graduating in the 40th year with the biggest class in the history of Calgary Academy, so I feel like that's a pretty cool opportunity.
When I was 25, my mom was actually on the Calgary Foundation board. She was learning all about awards and scholarships at other high schools, and she thought it would be good for me to part with some of my money and start the Jane McCaig Award. So I went to Calgary Foundation and I started the award that year. So I was 25, so it's been going on for 28 years.
I'm a very happy contributor to the Calgary Academy because I know that great cities need a great healthcare system, they need a great educational system. All those things make opportunities for people. So it's a pleasure for me to be able to support Calgary Academy and to support what they do. I think having my grandchildren go to Calgary Academy, it's quite nice. It's a bit of a tradition. I just saw a picture the other day of Anthony, my youngest grandson, graduating, trying on his robes, and the grin on his face was just, it was like sunshine. I'll remember that. I hope they keep the same philosophy about teaching. I can't see why they wouldn't. I'm sure they will because they have a success story. It's worked for them in the past. It'll work for them in the future.
That the core reach values, as some people would say, stay a foundation to what the school is.
If you need to be at CA, you can go to CA because there's room for you to go to CA.
I want to see Calgary Academy be there for ever and ever and ever for all types of students, for whatever needs they have.
I hope that they can grow it to a part where there's never someone on a wait list.
CA is not like every other school, and that's important.
As for the four of us all attending Calgary Academy, we're all so unique. All our learning differences are, well, different. We all went in those doors and came out so successful in our own ways. And I'm just so thankful that CA is here, that no matter what your learning is, you can go there and thrive.
Because they focus on the student, and it's all about the students.